Hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube.
I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty!
Hey YouTube, how's it going? PhatPastor here. Let me line up my camera. I must have bumped it. Must have bumped it. There we go. How is everyone? Hope you like the new timer. Worked a little bit on that. We're gonna jump right on over to the Discord window, because tonight's not just about me, it's about Mr. Skip too. How's it going, Skip?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's going pretty good. How you doing, Pastor?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I need to turn on my on air light. Forgot it. Didn't turn it on.
Oh yeah. Look at them shirts in the background. Those things are glowing bright. They
They're
look
going
great.
out. Pow.
Yeah, that looks awesome with them drones all around it and the nice retro-looking sun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
that's amazing.
that's a good design you had there, Skip. It's kind of amalgamation of a few different ones that we thought up. This one was our first one. Come a long way since then. So, yeah. All right, man. Well, I did get the chat back going. It don't look like we got very many people logged on yet. It's Tuesday. It takes them a little while normally to to get in, to log in.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't put the thumbnail in until about 20 minutes ago. So, my fault on that also. So, all right. So what's up with you? What's new with you?
Uh, well, I got a DJI Neo, and I've been trying to vlog with it and stuff. Just check it all out and see what it's about. I know you got one, and ever since you have had one, and my buddy had one, I've been wanting to try one out, and it's pretty impressive for what how little it is and what all it does.
Yeah,
Uh,
it does a lot of things. I had more plans for it than what I've utilized it for. One of the things that I've wanted to do is when we're at the gym doing the race, I wanted to put it up near the rafters and just turn GPS off and just use optical on it and just let it sit up there with the camera kind of tilted down a little bit and just get some B-roll and maybe move it over near, out of the flight path, but just where it can get some pass by shots and stuff like that. So, yeah.
well, I traded for mine. I traded a buddy a tiny trainer for one,
Oh,
and I told him that I told him well I worked on some drones for him also, so it was a pretty even trade after everything was said and done. But I also told him if he didn't enjoy the tiny trainer, I'd upgrade him to a 5 inch. But
oh yeah.
no, so I've flown it quite a bit here in the past couple of days. I've only had one incident, and the wind was it wasn't I wouldn't say it was blowing hard, but it was blowing, and I went up above the tree line, and it freaked out and like kicked sideways, and just it was like going away, and I thought I lost it. And like I was trying to point the camera down and see where I was going and everything.
Mm.
I was pushing the stop button, putting it in slow. I was doing everything I possibly could, and it finally stopped. And I finally got it back under control, which I just dropped it down street level and brought it back. And for some reason, when you bring it down below the trees, it works great.
Where
But
was the
any
wind blowing in it? I noticed one time. I've had it up above the tree several times, but one time I took it up above the tree in my backyard, and the wind started to blow. Not a lot, just making the tree move, and it started correcting like it was picking it up in the optical flow is what I think it was, and it was trying to
yeah.
stable. It thought it was moving when it wasn't.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, and I was able to push it forward and get it out from underneath that tree. And when I got it out from underneath the tree, of course it
I
locked.
wonder if that's what it was because I was over a tree when that happened,
It'll do it over
and
water too, is what I've heard. If the waves start moving and blowing in a certain way, and it makes the optical flow think the quad is drifting, it will try to correct, and it'll just start drifting one way or the other.
yeah, and it just freaked out. I mean, it like freaked out and turned sideways, and it just it was going sideways, and I thought I could have swore it was going to be gone
Mm,
because that sucker seemed like it was lost control completely, but it actually straightened itself back out, came back. So I was like, yeah, I better keep it low after that.
yeah. Good evening, Equity. Thank you for joining the stream tonight.
I
Yeah,
tell you what really surprises me is the how it cancels the prop noise out.
I've not really done any vlogging with it, anything like that yet. Um, what's his name? Oh, Bruce. Uh, Bruce Simpson, X Jet. He did a video where he was walking through the parking lot of something, and it was an open parking lot, and it was in front of him, and he was walking toward it, and you would have thought someone had a gimbal holding a gimbal as it's walking with him. And I've got with my pocket, I've got the little DJI Bluetooth thing, and I thought about using because that it automatically pairs with that. But I've heard people
Yeah.
say that it's almost just as good without it, as long as you stay close to it. But
Well, so it picks up every little thing, and I don't know if I think it does it through your phone because it was getting my feet scooting and everything. So because I was in flip flops a minute ago, and I was walking and got my feet scooting and got the crickets and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's taking the microphone from your phone and doing it.
okay,
Uh, I don't think it's doing on the actual Neo itself. But
okay,
yeah, I've seen people actually use the DJI mic and it better the quality by a lot.
yeah.
Uh,
And I just got the little cheap one that come. Well, I bought this whole thing from somebody online, a friend of mine whose son was getting rid of it. The little actually, believe it or not, that ugly little thing on there makes a big difference when you're outside.
Now
And
is that the DJI mic 1 or 2?
I don't know. It's
Okay.
it's just DJI. I don't know if you can see it
Yeah.
under the.
Yeah.
I'm not a big DJI guy, but I've got it with my. I use it with my Pocket 2. I think that's what this one is.
Yeah.
So, and people have tell me you got it on there wrong. Well, I've got the extension bay on it. So, and I put it in a case that holds it nice and well. So,
Yeah. I need to pick me up one of those microphones also because I actually want to do my videos with my drone and stuff.
yeah, I'd like to do more videos myself, but I don't have time to edit them and all that. I've got tons of ideas and just no time to edit. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Editing. I'm telling you, young guys, that's where the future's at for those of you that don't want a 9 to 5 and you want to work at home. Video editing, video editing. And everybody's saying, well, AI is going to do away with all of that. AI is not going to be able to do it just like you want it. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah, and that the whole cancellation of the props. I mean that's what surprised me so much is you just talk normal and it goes away. Now it does make the background noise kind of quiet too because it's canceling that out. And I
Mm-hmm.
did notice whenever you have crickets, like cicadas in the background, it kind of messes with it to where you kind of hear that a little. It kind of sounds weird.
Yeah. What I've tested mine more for is FPV because have you got the Motion 3 controller? What controller are you?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, I got
yeah,
the RC3.
yeah, the RC3, yeah. The one without the screen that flies it, yeah. That's the one that
Yeah.
you can flip it right into how's it going? Omega Xenon. Welcome to the channel, man. Skydozer, how's it going, brother? I figured people would start jumping in here in just a little bit. Raymond Carrera, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. AI is a tool to help you do that better, not to take over the job. Yeah, yeah. Skip showed me a few things on AI. AI cleaned this up to where it was actually manageable, and then got us something similar to what this is. I'll zoom in on it in a second. Let me do that and show people because it kind of looks like a moon with devil's horns on it from this standpoint. Let me zoom the camera in on it. Get a look for a second and now don't lock on my face. Unlock. Get off my face. I've actually got two here, and still this camera is blowing it out because the black light. Let's see if I just get out of the way. Can you see that pretty good?
Oh yeah.
This is actually green, and the this is yellow. This up here is green in real world colors. That's orange. That's yellow. That orange drone laying over top of it actually looks pretty doggone cool. And so it's in person it's more of a yellow to orange to like a red. And then of course that's green. And it's yeah. Working on it. You can see the lines in between the sun on this one and the lines between the sun on that one are different because we're having to place each color down one at a time. But I may have a new I may have an idea that's going to make all of that better that I'll talk to you about later. Skip. That's a lot of vinyl. Each color is a 12 by 12 sheet of vinyl, which we're getting it down to where I think a 12 by 5 is the smallest one. But you know that's it's a lot of work. It took us a while. Now it's got my name on the front, crooked, and it's got Middle Tennessee Drone Racing. And what the plan is to make these for the volunteers, the people that's going to be working. It'll actually, I'm liking. Let me go back to that again. Get your opinion, Skip. Get the chat's opinion also. Let me jump out of the way. Oh. Do you like all three of them coming out of the bottom? I actually like because the green with the name and the green drone coming out of it, which that
Yeah.
works for me because my UDL is green. You know, so but I kind of like that a little better. But
What's it look like with the white on?
it's the same colors. Let me turn the black lights off because it's still going to just light up black light. There it is. And this is what it looks like more in. This is what it looks like glowing. It's glowing.
Oh, okay.
It's glowing this green with
Yeah.
the yellow, orange, and this looks a little deeper red. All of the other colors that you're seeing here are legit. Let me turn this other black light off. This is legit room color now.
Yeah.
This looks a little more red with your eyes, not the camera.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The blue is
Thanks for the sub.
Is a little bluer here in person, but everything else with the black lights on, I'm still seeing this blue, yellow, orange, a deep pink.
We'll
This
see.
is not a light pink. This is air conditioner's on. A deep pink, and then this is like a lighter than John Deere green.
Yeah. So what I see is like a bright neon green at the top, and then a bright orange, a neon pink, chartreuse green, neon orange, and yeah, that's what I see. It don't really look yellow on top. Well, I mean, kinda. It looks more like a neon green though. Now it looks yellow for sure. If you didn't tell me at first that was yellow, I wouldn't have known that was yellow.
Yeah, But in black light to me, let me go back to black light. In black light to me, uh,
Skydozer
thi-
says it looks like a burger. I don't think it looks like a burger.
this is clearly yellow and yellow. It's like a this is in in the black light. It's like a construction worker or highway worker's yellow.
Okay.
That bright yellow, and this is green, and this is like a traffic cone orange, and this in the black light, air conditioners kicked on. This is almost a red. It's almost this Pac-Man red color.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that helps you.
and
You hold that to it.
but when you look through the camera, I think so camera puts off different lights
Yeah,
anyways than
yeah,
what you're seeing through.
yeah. It's got a different color
So
hue to it. Yeah.
yeah, but no, I think I really like the one with the three drones on the bottom. That's my favorite one.
Uh huh. Now this one, I screwed this one up. This was a test. I was cutting it to try to save because it printed yellow. It printed this and this on a 12 by 12 sheet, so it had all of this was wasted of vinyl. So I was trying to cut this, and I cut the tail. I cut the tail right off of it. So this one,
If,
see the yellow's got a
if
tail on it right here.
yeah, well, if you never told me, I would have known a bit of difference. I actually like. I think it
And
looks good.
in person, I don't know. Let's bring it up here. You can see this is. You can see how the orange is laid over it. And the PhatPastor.
Yeah.
That's actually what it looks like in person. And then I have this on the front. See how Marty. I'm not going to say who did that, but they were not drinking. Uh, but yeah, so I tried to make this one over here a little bit Middle Tennessee drone racing to make it a little bit
Yeah.
so it was slanted, and then I was more worried about that, and it's half over in the armpit. Here's the part for the armpit, so
Oh goodness.
I got to cover them. It's all a
Well,
work in motion. So
well, those are your working shirts there, huh? That's the ones you
yeah,
get down and dirty with, huh?
yeah. The thing is the shirts. The shirts aren't expensive. If you go to a craft shop or something and buy them, the shirts aren't expensive. But what will eat you a new butt is
Eat you a new butt.
whatever you want to call it. Uh, it
Omega Xenon has a question, and I don't hear your mic right now, Pastor. So I don't know what happened with that. But Omega Xenon has a question, and about the event. When's the deadline for the payment?
yeah, you have to be paid. You if you go ahead and register, you got to get your payment in by the oh my goodness, what did I put on the paperwork? It's sometime in September. You've got all the whole month of August. But there's like I don't know how many 533 sold, but just the stuff that I've gotten in through PayPal, I think there's only like around 25 tickets left. So they're going. So
Good deal.
if you think you might want one, now's the time. I mean, go ahead and get it. Sign up. Let me see. Okay, there we go. I was away from the chat there. All right, man. Can't wait to see you there, brother. And someone subbed while I was away. So whoever that was, thank you for the sub. Looks like a burger. This to me from here, this right here looks almost like devil horns. So, but I was
I
thinking with
was
this
gonna.
one,
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't gonna say it.
what I'm thinking here, if somebody wants this particular type design, is right under the name, we'll put what they are in the race. Or, like safety manager, um, whatever, you know, that's what the meeting's for. If you're watching, it's important. We're going to try to shoot for Thursday night at, I guess, 6 or 6:30 Central Time to get everybody on there, and we really got to get it squared out. Who's going to do what and all of that, too, so that I can start getting this together a little bit better. So people are like, "Oh, you should sell those." It takes too much time to make it, and now we might be able to do a single color something, like it all in one color or something, which would be easy to do. But that's October. We got a while. We got a while on that. So, but yes, yeah, get that out to me, Omega, and look forward to seeing you there. The cool thing about some of this, and I'm going to try to get all of them to do it. Let me show you. I think I can best show you with something else here. Some of this stuff right here, I don't know if you can see this. Watch it glow. Hang on. I don't know if you can see it, but see my fingerprints in it? This stuff will continue to glow when all of the lights are out. When it goes to complete darkness. Let's see. Put it up here and let it cook for a second. See my fingers? So this is actual glow in the dark, where the other one's just UV. I can't really show you, but the green and the blue right now are just UV reactant. As soon as the black light goes out, like the PhatPastor over here, you've seen it when I showed you, when it's all dark in here. That goes away. You can't even see it. So, but yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually pretty cool. And my intent is to get glow in the dark on all 4 colors. That even when you leave, if it's dark, if you leave the race and you go outside, your shirt's going to continue to glow for a little while. It don't take it long. All right. Gonna come out to the one in August also. And hopefully I'm making plans. I made a phone call today. I'm making plans to have a September race also. So hopefully that one will be somewhere. It'll be in a gymnasium somewhere. Even if it's just a UDL race or 65 millimeter one. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Teaching my 73-year-old mother, which I didn't even know any of this stuff. I just, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're starting to follow me again. I didn't know any of this stuff. I bought it to put my names on. See all those PhatPastors right there? That's because I made them up and cut.
Pastor,
Yep.
I got you now.
Okay. Yeah. You. I don't know if it was on my end or your end, but Discord locked up.
Oh, okay.
Was it on the stream? I don't know. Let us know on the stream. All right. I'm having to use my iPad. That's why I'm looking over here, because my daughter's iPad started going crazy after she updated it, and it erased everything and started all over like it's brand new. So she's having to use my phone to get everything back get everything back to life. So I hear my voice echo every now and then, like this. So that's not doing it now. So that's good. All right. Yeah. Yeah, and what it looks like with with the lights on, it looks very similar to that in the dark, except for I mean, it looks like neon. When it's completely dark and there's nothing else on in here, it looks like neon. This black light that's over here, it is not a true black light. It's what's throwing all of that blue on the back wall back there. So a true black light gives you only a little bit. I don't want you following me tonight. There we go. Just stay right there. So, but every time I hold my hand up and give it the hand signal, it's going to follow me anyway.
Well, I've got an upgrade for my gates myself.
Oh yeah.
Got the LED blacklight strips to upgrade my gates with,
Oh yeah.
and they'll
That'll be
be
cool.
all running on 12 volt. So the 24-volt battery to LED. I was having problems with that is because they're so easy to just yank out from the LED pad. And once they yank out from the LED pads, it yanks the whole pad off. So I was having problems with people yanking those out. These, I think I'm going to be able. The cords are long enough to where I think I'm going to be able to like tape the cord down or something and not have that problem.
Yeah. I can attest firsthand that volunteers helping you tear down after a race because everybody's tired, your LEDs and your lights and stuff like that will suffer because people are
Yeah,
just like throw it in the car and all of this kind of stuff or throw it over there in a box or you know
that's
so
one thing So after experiencing other people deal with my equipment, I take extra care every time I tear down somebody else's equipment and stuff like that
yeah.
because it you don't want to go back and redo this stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's gets costly to have to, you know, put new LEDs on 7 to 8 gates every race because and that I guess that's the good side of the We Bleed having an inside of it. They're not going to be messing with it. They're not going to be doing anything with it. But those this is just this is just my opinion. Really, they need to be one way facing. The thing that I like the most about the Neo gates that we've got is there's no mistaking which way you go through.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all black on the other side. All you can see is the whites of the pipe.
yeah.
And
Well, mine may not be all black on one side, but the LEDs are on one side for sure. Because the way those multi GP ones are actually shaped kind of like panel, you know.
well,
Yeah,
let me. I don't mind telling you what I'm researching and looking. I'll share it with the stream. I just crossed my mind today, so you guys can help me with it or whatever. I've heard that they're really good, and I'm thinking about doing this. I, I bought a Cricut vinyl cutter from this used from a girl on Facebook, but it will also cut cardstock, so it will cut a template. And Amazon sells a like a cordless drill airbrush, and you can get UV reactant airbrush paint. And if it works, I can just set a template up on a shirt, pow 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 pow, hit it and get the going from the yellow to the orange to the red to blend, and which will be a whole lot quicker than and cheaper after the initial investment. and that might work on your gate, Skip. On the side that you want people to go in, you can just hit
Yeah.
over with some UV reactant paint that in a regular race people ain't gonna tell any difference. Outside you won't tell any difference. In regular light, nobody's gonna notice any difference. But in a UV race, boom, they what what are you doing? Oh,
Have you heard of the X? Have you seen the X Tool stainless sheets that they have for doing t-shirts?
the X Tool stainless sheets.
Yeah. So what it is they've made a stainless mesh sheet, and it's a bunch of stainless steel meshes put together, but it's got a blue coating over it. And what you do is you laser out your exact pattern that you want done onto this sheet, and then this sheet is like an E, and you can set that on any T-shirt or whatever, and you scrape the paint through kind of like putty. You
Yeah,
scrape the
that's
paint through
yeah,
the mesh,
that's how they
and you
do
pull it
screen
up.
printing. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and
they use like a squeegee to
yeah,
screen print. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well,
That's what we do at 533. We do that. I think that would be a good method. I've seen people do multicolors and do that.
yeah.
Uh, I think that's going to be my future later on down the road.
Well, I'm interested. I'm intrigued because I mean, I was just looking at Amazon. It's about $100 for, but it's like a cordless drill, and it comes with like 5 bottles, and you just mix up your colors, and you can get all UV reactant paint you and have Cricket cut out. Come on, I'm gonna turn the hand signals off.
Well, see, I bought a airbrush from Harbor Freight for about, I think it was about $35. It was a mini airbrush,
Mm-hmm.
and so that I think that might be something I'll look into, is getting that paint, because I've yet to use the mini airbrush,
You have a
and
little compressor for it, or
yeah, I have a compressor and everything.
yeah. Now see, I looked at that, but the thing about this one is it's a no clean. You got individual bottles, and you just plug a bottle into it, and when you're done, you unplug the bottle, put a cap on it, and the from what I understand, the hardest thing is getting the mixture right, getting it thin enough. But everybody's saying to use that, just get a paint that will thin with isopropyl alcohol, and so you don't really you're not really having to mess with paint thinner. So you just do that, keep it in the bottle, and that's just 4 colors. And so just psh, 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 get it on there. I mean, it'll cut the name, it'll cut the drones and everything. And
We got Escapades in the chat. He said, "Let's talk about fixed wing,
oh,
Delta wings to be exact." Well, I mean,
all
you
right,
are you are in a drone show, so just
yeah,
to give you a heads up here,
yeah,
uh,
but
you might get a little bit more drones
yeah,
than airplanes. But no, I like airplanes. I'm not really good at it.
yeah.
Eh, you you definitely ain't gonna see me try to go through pylons or anything like that with an airplane.
I love I love
But
airplanes, but
yeah,
you know, my thing is Delta's wings are not. They are my least favorite airplane.
well, you have to turn the whole craft to even get it to move, don't you? You gotta turn everything. There's not. They don't have rudders on them, do they? Or some of them
Uh-uh.
may have. I don't
No,
know.
no, not a Delta wing. Now,
Yeah.
now he made a comment here. I can trippy spin a fixed wing. Now, I can torque roll one on its prop, but trippy spin,
So are you
huh?
saying you're in a drone looking up and going around it, trippy spinning the airplane, or are you talking about taking the airplane and hovering it and going
Yeah.
backwards and like I don't know. That's a weird one.
Yeah. Are you a member of the Discord? If you are, I'm gonna throw an invite. If you aren't, I'm gonna throw an invite here, and it's free. Throw us a video. I've never. I mean, if you're torque rolling, I understand. I mean, if you're prop hanging, I understand how you could do that. But if you're doing it with some velocity, actually, like this fast, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see
He
that.
says taking the airplane and doing a trippy spin. I don't know nothing about fixed wings. LOL. So taking the airplane and doing a trippy spin. So in order to do a trippy spin, in my opinion, you have to have a camera
Yeah,
to make it a trippy spin, right?
because
And
that's the whole premise of it, is when you do that with a drone, the first time, at least for me, it it goes against. Hey, Brody, we're on a live stream, bro.
you're welcome to join if you're going to
Hello.
turn on your camera.
Yep,
Hey, what's
there you
going
go.
on, Brody?
All right, just letting you know, man.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
What happened? Sorry, I didn't have anything connected.
So
We were talking about a trippy spin on an airplane. In order to do a trippy spin on an airplane, I think you'd have to classify on having a camera on the airplane.
yeah,
Uh, because the trippy spin is looking up and going around an object, right? So, in order to do that, you either have to have a high camera angle or,
yeah.
uh,
See,
you could.
a trippy is basically this. If you're looking at something like my arm, you're tripping around. Here's the camera. This is a tiny trainer. So you'd be going around like this. Let me grab a model airplane.
Yeah, so in order to do that with a drone, you have to have a high camera angle. In order to do that with an airplane, I think you're gonna have to have a camera on the airplane, or the plane's at least got to be standing on end
I
and
say, why
going
can't you
on.
just get a 3D plane and
That's
do
true.
Well,
that?
you can. That's what I was saying with torque roll. So in theory, so for one, it's got to be backwards. So it's not like this. You got to be inverted. The plane's got to be inverted, and it's got to be going around a pole like that. Well,
So
so I mean, it can be
Omega
done with
Xenon,
a 3D plane, which a torque roll is that it will hang from the prop up here, and it will just let me back it up. It'll hang from the prop, and it'll just spin like this. And yeah, you can do this all day long, especially
so
with ASX and Horizon stuff. Now you can do this. I mean, you could just simply easily go around a pole like this with
so I don't
Especially the
know.
real
ease.
good pilots, the real good 3D pilots. I feel like
Yeah,
they could do that with these.
I
I don't
can do
know
that.
if
I was doing that before my head
Omega.
injury.
I don't know if Omega Xenon is messing with us or not. He asked us, "Oh, do they don't have cameras?" And if you, most airplanes are flown line of sight, so no, most airplanes do not have cameras. Uh, uh, so yeah, most of them don't have cameras. So yeah, that
Hey, Pastor.
Yes, sir.
Pastor, you want to see the new airplane?
Yeah, let me see it. Oh yeah, that's an ultimate, right?
Oh my gosh. So I've been trying to find it. It's made by, I'm pretty sure it's made by Great Plains. I think it's an Ultimate 40, but I cannot find it anywhere online to get
Well,
any like information on it.
stick it in here a little bit more. And let me see it. Got a closed canopy. Yeah, yeah, with a sweep. That's an ultimate biplane is what that's called. Now, Great Plains would just be who made it, but the style of that airplane is an ultimate.
Do you think you could find this like airplane online? This exact one with the big yellow and red stars with the blue stripe.
Well, that depends. Is it a kit, or if it's a balsa built kit and somebody monocoated it, then no, you'll never
It
find one
is
that looks like it.
it is balsa, and it's not. Someone didn't coat it. This is how it came from factory. This is a factory paint job, and it is balsa.
Does it have any markings under the wing, under the top wing where your CG points are at on the bottom side? Little X's on the bottom.
Oh.
Great Plains used to do that. I think it was Great Plains. One of them used to do that quite a bit.
Little X's.
Yeah, it'll be little X's or a
I
little
don't,
line, or a little line up, probably
I
about
don't
2 to
see
3
little
inches from the leading edge of the top wing, so you can stick your fingers under it, and that's your CG point
I
with the
don't
motor
see
and
that
everything on it.
this. Yeah, I don't see any marking of any sort.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just an ultimate biplane. Well, I know that that's what that is. I'm a biplane guy, and that's the model.
Yeah.
I don't know who makes it. I mean, I don't know if it's Grand Wing Servo or Great Plains, or it doesn't look like Horizon. Could be Hobbytown. I mean, Tower Hobbies. Those are things that you can look for. I can't search for it because I'm actually in. What y'all are seeing is my extra browser screen because we're seeing Discord. So
Maybe later.
that's okay, Omega. This is not a dumb question. It's just, you know.
Well, sometimes you have people that come on and they ask questions to just kind of be trolly, but I don't. You may not be doing that. But no, most airplanes don't have cameras. Most are flown line of
Yeah.
sight.
Yeah,
Uh,
he says here that he don't know anything about fixed wings. After saying that I can trippy spin a fixed wing, he don't know nothing about fixed wings. He's just joshing. Yeah,
My
So-
mic is back.
that's all right.
So you said it's an Ultimate 40?
Nah, 40 is your
Oh.
size. It's an ultimate biplane. That's the style.
Ultimate biplane.
The 40 will be
I
your
also
size.
got.
That looks a little
I
small to be a
als-
40. It looks more like a 35
I also got one of
or
these.
25.
A Seawind.
Hang on. CB? Is it by CB?
No, Great Plains Seawind, I think is.
I'm sharing your.
This.
Yeah, it looks like a sea wind.
It's. I cannot wait to
does
fly.
the wingtips curve down?
Yes, they do.
Is it modeled off of the CB? I think there is a sea wind in real life. I'm not real familiar with the floaty ones that much.
Let me find. There was a video on the exact one that I have of the guy like. This is it right here.
Sea wind. Oh yeah. Yeah. That actually the flare down of those wingtips helps a lot with.
I'm so excited to get this thing. I was actually going to order the ESC I need for it tonight and the motor I need for it tonight, but it's got all the servos and everything.
Let me tell you, if you're going to be landing in water, before you go, take a tennis ball and either drill a hole in it or punch through. That's the better way to do it, with like some heavy fishing line, and so that you can cast that tennis ball out there behind it if you come in dead stick. Because if you come in dead stick, unless you're going to go swimming, if you don't have something to retrieve it, so get you a fishing pole.
How come?
Because if it dead stick means you've lost your well, look, you're going electric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if your battery goes dead and you don't have any more propulsion, and you're coming down
Oh, I see
and
what
you're
you mean.
dead, you're dead
I
in
thought
the
you were
air.
saying like it didn't have steering.
No, no,
And
no, no,
I
no,
was gonna say the thing
no.
about that is it's got a rudder on the. It's got a rudder on the rudder, like a
Yeah,
boat
no,
rudder
no.
on the plane rudder.
Dead stick means that you've lost thrust, and a lot of
Mm.
times with airplanes, the main motor will quit spinning when there's still plenty enough juice to run your servos, and it's
Mm.
enough to get you down. And then you land out there, and if you're out in the middle of a pond or a lake or
Yeah, you're
something,
going
and
swimming
you're
for it.
yeah. But if you've got a tennis ball on just a cheap fishing pole, you cast it past it. That tennis ball will float for a while, depending on how big of a hole you put in it. Don't put a
That's
huge
good.
hole in it, but it's enough weight on like a cheap Zebco 33 or something,
Mm.
and cast it past it, and then as you're coming up, move the line where it's over it, and then it'll catch it, and then you can reel it on in.
I also have this new foamy. Now this thing is awesome. The wing on this you can fold in half. Like you can fully fold the wing in half. It's got this like weird.
Yeah,
This thing's pretty neat.
yeah.
I was gonna build that tonight. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, I'm gonna try to get us all back to there. We go. All right. That's fair. I really only know whoops. Well, that's all right. How you learn. Generally, airplanes don't have cameras on them. They're usually flown line of sight, but there's a lot of people starting to put cameras on them. I've got one with a 6 foot wingspan up here that I had a pan tilt camera on it. That when you move your head with your head tracker and your goggles, the camera will move with you. That's pretty cool. But so Skip, you was
Well,
telling you
we're
was
starting. Go ahead.
yeah you were going to tell me some alterations that you had made to your Neo.
What do you mean?
I thought you were saying before the stream when I was messing with stuff that you put new props on it and change a tune or something like that. I didn't know you could change a tune on a DJI.
No, I didn't say any of
Oh, okay.
that.
Maybe it was somebody else.
Now I am putting new props on it. I'm going to be putting the Master Air Screw props on it
Yeah,
because I hear a lot
didn't.
reviews on Master Air Screw prop.
Yeah,
Are you talking
that's
about on
what it
your?
was.
Did you say on your plane?
No, it was on the
No, on
Neo.
the
On the Neo.
Neo.
Yeah, that's.
Mm.
I think that's what you said. Fix the tune and put Master Air Screw props on it.
Well, the Master Air Screw props give it more efficiency, better handling and speed,
Yeah.
supposedly. And I've heard a lot of people talk about it, read a lot of reviews. And I actually use Master Air Screw props on like the DJI FPV and the Vada,
Yeah.
and they do seem to work.
Now, when you're talking about the tune, are you talking about just changing stuff inside DJI to make it fly a little better, or what?
No, there ain't nothing you can do to make it fly any better except messing with the rates.
The rates.
Uh,
The rates. Okay. Maybe that's what you said. The
yeah,
rates.
so I have been messing with the rates, dialing those in because DJI kind of translates their rates as actual rates, but they're not really actual rates uh, because they're DJI drones are all handled just a little bit different than most
Yeah.
drones.
It was very quirky for me.
Yeah,
It's just at times it felt very stable. At other times it felt like it was just all over the place. And so
yeah, I
maybe
slowed
that's what.
mine down. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. See that's something like when you get yours flying good, I'll be like, hey, uh, let's bring both of them on the stream one night, and we'll show everybody what to set your Neo to to get it flying good. So
Did you hear about the new? There's a new DJI Neo 2 coming.
I hear it's coming out, and that it doesn't look like it's going to be compatible without an expansion module or bay or something like that with Oculus. It's going to be Wi-Fi only. I think that's what Madstick was saying.
They're gonna make a Neo compatible with the VR.
So,
No.
so the FCC green lights it. They're allowing the Neo 2 to be used, but customs is where it's going to come down to whether they let it come through the U.S. or
Yeah, that
so.
doesn't. Well, see, and somebody asked me that somebody sent me a message on Discord was saying, well, Madstech said that that they filed for FCC approval, so that means they're going to be selling it in the U.S. No, there's a lot of other companies that use the FCC and the FAA regulations. I mean, the FAA investigates crashes all over the place, even in China, when or the NTSB. But our standards are, especially in aviation, since our country come up with it, or whatever you want to call it. So yes, just doing that through the FCC would be something that they would need to do to be able to sell it in a lot of European countries. So that doesn't mean because they've got FCC filings on it that it's going to be in the U.S. market. But it's one of the steps that would have to happen for it to be in the U.S. market. So hopefully that means that DJI's got plans of eventually opening back up in the market. I don't know.
So I don't know if you've heard about the mosaic rule. Uh, so the FAA has a new rule that they're working on, and it expands on sport flying. So this is directly going to affect us. Uh, but I mean, it's kind of weird though how they're wording it. It's weird by you don't know whether they're talking about pylon planes that people are manning or manned drones. That's the weird part about it. But it's unleashing an American ingenuity as modernize of special airworthiness certification. Uh, it's aimed squarely at manned light sport aircraft. Now, does that mean that
Manned,
you have inside of the craft?
manned,
Because
yes, yeah. Manned aircraft means there's someone in it. Light sport aircraft, they have that stuff like the
well, they're
Swift.
saying well, it says many of the ideas baked into Mosaic performance-based standards, expanded aerial work privileges, and friendlier path to novel propulsion systems echo the very reforms drone makers and pilots have been lobbying
Uh,
for.
Propulsion systems, stuff like jetpacks, novel
Okay,
proportions, novel proportion systems. That platform
okay.
that guy stands on, and he's just like all across the water, you know, and that probably will also mean manned drones. I'd like to have one over the lake. Yeah, man means you have to be in it.
Pastor, if you were going to take a wild guess, who do you think makes that plane?
Uh, let me look. Can I look at it again? Let me look
Yeah.
at it again. I don't think it's Great Plains. Great Plains would probably be more of a red, white, and blue in that.
Well, it does have a red, white, and blue.
Yeah, but yellow. That yellow and that star. So it's a ARF, right? Is it an ARF?
It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have servos. It doesn't have motor. It doesn't have ESC.
But it's a kit that you just bolt the wings onto the fuselage, right?
Yes. If this helps you at all.
Yeah, that's for a nitro motor. So that's probably a little bit older.
No, it's not. It's for a nitro. Yeah, this thing's gonna be electric.
Well, look at it. Look how far your firewall. Pull your cow back off.
I do see that.
How far? Yeah, your firewall is way back. So yeah, it's way. That's plenty enough room for. Is it GWS?
What?
Is that the company? GWS? Or
what is GWS? I've never heard of that company.
Okay, so I guess that's not the one who makes it then. It's called Grand Wing Servo. Hobby King.
GWS Ultimate Biplane. Let's see if they. Oh, whoa! It's definitely GWS.
Ha! Grand Wing Servo.
I've not found the one, but they have one that's like red, white. I'll just share my screen now.
Somebody might have crashed it and recovered it, man. This happens a lot.
But this is a 1.6 meter. This is definitely their pattern. Stars,
Yeah. Well, but see, that's an ultimate. That's an ultimate biplane. If you look up ultimate biplane, look up Tower Hobbies ultimate biplane. Yeah, you see, they all have the same style. Yeah, see that multiple color one there? Yeah. Tower. No. Tower Hobbies. Oh. Looks kind of close.
I need to reverse Google search it.
So do you
just take a picture of it and ask? Well, it will say.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna reverse Google search it. Let me see what Google has to say.
Here's another one.
Oh, you see the very bottom right picture of yours right there? Click on that. I think that was my very first airplane. That one right there. Yeah, click on that. Is that a Superstar 40? I'll go back. I believe that's called a Superstar 40. That picture was, I'm 80-90% sure that was my first nitro airplane.
Elixir F3A 170E EPGP ARF RC airplane model.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a small picture. Yeah, you look up Tower Hobbies Superstar 40. That was my first one. My very first one. I still got it out in the shed, but it's totally recovered. The third or fourth flight, I hit a tree. It looked like a shark took a bite out of the leading edge.
Superstars what?
Superstar 40. Go to images. Nah, get out of that. Just go to images. Yeah, right there. That's it. That's the
Was it gas?
Oh yeah, it's nitro. It's still nitro out there in the. I've still got it.
Do you like nitro planes?
No. Yeah. It's. I mean, yeah. Well, yes, they have a fond place in my heart, but I don't want to mess with all that anymore, because you have to have a glow igniter when you're done.
I don't even know
everything down
is accepted in our flying field.
Down the right side of that whole fuselage, the horizontal stabilizer, the right part of the wing. You rubber banded the wings on by the main wing, it would all have
That's how
this,
my
all have this film all over it. All right, gotta
Google is searching.
yeah, gotta unshare your screen because we got like Inception.
Oh, so
There you go.
where is Skip?
I'm here. I don't know nothing about planes, guys.
Good old
No, I just don't
AI.
even see your camera.
Good old AI could help. Is what it probably could help. To take a picture of it and say, what does this look like? Who made this? I'm beginning to wonder if it's got a if somebody doctored up on the wing some or something. Maybe it crashed and they've monocoat fixed it or something.
If they did do that, they did a heck of a job. Whenever I took the picture of it earlier, it did a really good job at finding what it thought it was. Oh, here it is. I found it.
And now back to the program. So
Look at this.
who's that by? Tower?
Great Plains.
Great Plains?
Ultra. Great Plains Ultra Sport 40 RC airplane kit.
All right. It looked a little small to be a 40, but maybe it could be. All right.
I wonder if this one's nitro.
All right. So what are you saying that their rates are high on the
Yeah, they're actually really fast on the DJI model. Sure, from what I've seen, I've actually I've experimented with rate calculators on calculating my exact rates on the drones that I use,
Mhm.
and they seem really weird because the yaw they've slowed down the yaw,
Mhm.
and I think they've done that on purpose to keep it from doing the tip yaw
Mhm.
because if you snap into a yaw on a DJI drone, it tips.
Mm.
Uh,
That
so
was,
the
if
yaw,
you remember in the Avata one, Mads Tech was doing that and was causing it. It would go crazy, just shoot up in the air or take off or something.
well,
And
they don't go crazy anymore, but they still do the tip.
mhm.
Uh, but they actually recover now. The Avata one used to actually tip and fall out of the air. They did fix that with an update. It still tipped, but it handled it. Now the Avata 2 does the same thing. If you yaw really fast, it will try to do the tip, but it will recover from it. And the DJI Neo is the same way. Now the I never had any problems out of the DJI FPV with that happening. Uh, but yeah, I think what they've done is they've sped up roll and pitch, and they've lowered yaw by default, even if you put in your correct rates. So I'm still messing with it to figure that out. A lot of people don't use yaw anyways in the hobby when it comes to flying in manual and stuff at a high degree pitch or a high degree angle camera.
Yeah,
That
but
is.
something like a camera drone, the Neo, they'll use it a lot.
Yeah. Now there is something else in the news. I didn't know if you heard about it. The FAA has finally has a permanent leader now, and so they have named a permanent leader. Brian Bedford is now the permanent leader of the FFA.
And is that appointed?
Their create.
Is that a presidential appointment, or how does how does that work?
It was confirmation with the U.S. Senate.
Okay, so it's a cabinet thing that has to be confirmed. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
which he's trying to catch up on the beyond line of sight uh, for scaling up commercial drones, and he's got a $12.5 billion budget for air traffic control modernization.
Oh yeah, they
So
got to bring the current air traffic control system more up to date.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's probably going to be his first. I would say that if I was
well they
him,
were
I would be more
talking about
focused on air traffic control because
well they were
helicopters
talking
running
about
into passenger jet. Yeah,
the beyond visual line of sight rules is one of their high priorities right now for sure.
really. Over
Yeah,
wow. Considering all of the manned aviation deaths due to error that we've had lately. Wow.
yeah.
It makes you wonder what what all of that New Jersey drone stuff was really all about.
Well, there's another thing they're wanting to move towards, and I think this kind of answers your question on that right there. Is that they have a big thing about the commercial the national airspace being back, restoring the American airspace sovereignty. So they want to
Mm,
bring they want to make U.S. the leadership of drone technology and airspace, uh, which, in my opinion, they have a long way to go. But you could possibly be looking at smaller companies uh, being scaled up by Congress. Um, so they probably will be looking for certain country, certain companies that attribute to the American drone companies,
mm.
and be upscaling those and finding ways to make them better.
Well, what I'm going to say might make a few people mad, but this is just my opinion, and you know I don't think that there's anything that China can manufacture better than we can if we want to.
Yeah,
I mean, just look at what was supposed to be the copy of their F-35. Well, their version of our F-35. It
right.
performed miserably for Pakistan. It was horrible. It was easily shot down. All of this. It only looked like the F-35. And, you know, to say that American manufacturers, American engineers, even German engineers, and Australian and uh, what's the country that does so good in South Korean
Which
speed skating is what I was thinking. These countries, I mean, and Taiwan with its work that it's doing in semiconductors and chips and stuff. I don't think there's
yeah,
anything that America that we cannot manufacture that is manufacturable, um, that we can't do It's only a matter is it profitable.
Right.
The and here's this is and I'll debate it with you if you want to on the stream. The reason for what we have seen as Chinese superiority in tech is virtual, not full, because you got to understand the one thing that we didn't talk about when we was talking about a lot of this stuff about the drone restrictions. The reason why this stuff is hitting hard is the act that Congress passed about the Uyghurs. They are Muslims that live in China, and they are forced. They are sent to prison, basically, to a work camp just because of their belief, and they make a lot of this stuff. Now DJI has come out and said that they don't use any slave labor or any forced labor to make any of their stuff, but the whole drone stuff, the banning and stopping it at the border, part of that, not all of it, but part of that is this whole ban on companies that are using quote unquote slave labor. And, you know, if Skip and I was to pay a politician or pay the right person to steal, you know, German schematics and all of their intellectual property for of the Porsche 911, and if we had a couple of million slave Uyghurs that the government would just say, hey, they'll build for you whatever for nothing. Both of us could be millionaires in a in a year or so. And it's not and the truth could be neither one of us could would even have to have an expertise in automotive manufacturing. And that's what's been going on. That's what's been happening.
Well, the one of the problems that we have, Pastor, is that we have the technology.
Mm-hmm.
The technology is there, but it's not for the private sector. It's only for the military. So getting some of that technology into the private, sector, into the hobbies and stuff is the challenge.
And why do you
We
think? Let me ask you this question, and you stay in this vein. Don't let me get you off on a rabbit trail. Why do you think that is?
well, I think, yeah, of course, yeah,
They pay a
I
whole
think,
heck of a lot more. If
oh
you
yeah,
built
of
them,
course, yeah,
if you built them something, if 533 builds them something like this that is exclusively for them,
yeah,
it's not going to be $300.
right.
It's probably going to be
And
three thousand.
that's the thing is most of these companies that are hobby grade, once they get so far, they turn military.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so easy to do to turn because the profit margins are there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the hobby hardly makes sense when it comes to profit margin
Mm-hmm.
because you got people training and all this that are buying, millions of dollars worth of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably keeping a lot of our hobby alive right now, especially in times when stuff is so high.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
don't.
but it's also keeping those prices high too.
Yeah.
So all the prices that we see that's jacked up and risen up after tariffs, and not come back down, that's due to the military buying, you know,
Yeah.
buying
Well, but and that's the
because
nature of capitalism too. When everything went up because of the supply and demand issue for COVID, did you notice it didn't go back down?
yeah,
When food went up because there wasn't as many people working in the food processing places or whatever, only the essential workers. Y'all remember all of that stuff. It didn't go back down, and
Yeah.
that's the nature of capitalism. Uh, and this just under the last thing that we saw is shrinkflation. Instead of raising the prices on us, they just gave you less of something in the same size container. And so, instead of you getting 5 ounces of gold for, 150 bucks, they use the same container and you're getting 3 ounces of gold for 150 bucks. And that's how they, that's how they still make money. But that's capitalism. And the thing that's sad with that is generally when you see that happen, wages go up to match it significantly. Now, wages are going up. The median income of America has gone up, but it's not gone up to match inflation. You
Yeah.
know, so and
Yeah.
that's
Uh, yeah. So yeah, the the whole thing about making sense is for us to the whole reason why it stays up is not because hobbyists.
mhm,
Because if it was up to hobbyists, they would wait it out. I say there's a lot of people that have been waiting out, like DJI, because the prices are so high on that now, $350 for a DJI Pro air unit.
mhm,
There's a lot of people that says I'll just fly another camera system.
mhm.
But you see, they're still out there and still available for that price,
you know,
and they're not lowering, and they're not banned. They're
yeah,
not banned until December 23rd.
yeah. Now,
So
go ahead.
it's not like the it's not like the availability is not there. The availability is there.
Yeah,
It's just even DJI themselves has went through these sidelines and hiked their prices up. Uh, and I've heard that from inside sources too.
yeah. Well, I'll ask both of you a question. I know you're eating, Brody, but I'll ask both of you a question. I've asked a lot of people. You know, a lot of people have said that DJI is not. It's not ran by the CCP. Um,
What's the
uh,
CCP?
the the Chinese
Chinese,
Communist Party, China,
yeah,
All right, all right,
which
China.
it is. Any big company that's
They probably have a
uh,
say. Yeah.
yeah, they got people that have more than a say. They can come in and tell the owner, you know, you're you're done,
Frank.
you're done, bye.
Yep.
And but if that's not the case, and DJI was thinking about the U.S. market, I've not had anybody give me a good answer as to why DJI just up and removed right after a few of their citizens were arrested for flying DJI drones over dams, nuclear power plants, things like that. Then after that happens, DJI removes geofencing from its drones. Why? If they had interest of staying in the US market, why in the world would they do that?
Is that why they're not on the U.S. market anymore? Is because they removed geofencing?
Well,
well, the the
it's one
the
of many
thing is,
things.
it's a kind of a catch 22, because what happened is they said, uh, the U.S. Congress has said, we don't want you collecting our data and sharing it with the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP.
Mm-hmm.
uh, which, the data that they're collecting was where military bases where Air Force bases were. The important data was that, uh, in making no
And they
fly zone.
flew a balloon all, all the way across our country. I'm sorry. That's right.
but but so when Congress said that, they had no choice but to shut it off. Because that's the data. That's the data that we're concerned about, is them knowing our bases and everything, which doesn't make sense because if they really wanted, if they got satellites just like we do,
Hmm.
they could see everything like we can over there.
But do they have them as good as we do?
Um, I mean,
How
yeah.
dare you?
Considering they've landed a lunar rover on the dark side of the moon,
They have the Sheen satellites.
I think they definitely can see everything that we can, for sure.
How did they land on the moon when it's flat?
Don't
Oh,
know.
flat moon theory coming up.
I never heard of flat moon theory. I knew it was a flat Earth theory, but not a
Fat
flat.
Pastor,
Yes, sir.
are you a flat earther?
No, no. I'm a fat earther. PHAT. But yeah, so, but why? I mean, it still doesn't really answer the question. Why in the world would you do that? I mean, I can see they had already went so far to be the only one that I know of that was remote ID compliant.
Right,
I
but
mean, they
that's
were doing all of that, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, FAA, up yours. We're not doing
oh
nothing anymore."
yeah. I mean, you can look at it like that. If you're going to start, not carrying our stuff, then we're going to turn everything off.
But they,
But
but they did
you
that
also have
before. It
to look.
was not. It was. We're not going to
You also
carry your stuff.
Well, you also have to look at it as Joe Biden put
Oh,
in a bill saying that Autel and DJI needed to be reviewed before uh, before even Trump was in office. The I think it was December of 24 or 23,
yeah. I think it's
and
2023. Yeah,
and it got held back, and now I mean it got held back 2 years,
yeah.
and then they decided to do it this year. So they had to do they in order to say, hey, we're not keeping any more data, but your personal stuff that you can see and delete and all that, then they had to turn that off. I mean, that's the only data that you could not control,
Right.
nobody
Well,
could.
but see, I've read back
Maybe the
when
owner was just
back when
tired of plugging his phone. Sorry, go
back
ahead.
during the not the Mavic 3, but the Phantom 3, when it come out, uh, era of drones, I remember there being a big stink on RC groups that somebody had went in and they had screenshots. Boom, boom. These are hacker people, coding people. That's like when it takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do, or 30 minutes to do an update, they're actually downloading my photographs with the with the geocoded information. And that was one thing that they said during the thing in front of Congress. The quote professionals were like, they still have the ability, while you're hooked to them getting these long updates, they still have the ability to sneak in undetected and get whatever they want to off of that device and copy it back to them. And this is something that Maztec said. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've found him to be very reliable. Is that where was I going? Oh, that
Well, I mean,
something to watch out for was people are starting to run into issues of buying used DJI equipment and trying to um, activate it, and DJI's not
Yeah.
letting them. DJI's not letting even like if you was to sell me an Avata, and before you sold it to me, you went into DJI and you wiped it clean back to factory and said, this is not mine anymore. You sold it to me, and I go into DJI and say, okay, I've bought this used. They're like, you can't activate it. And why's that?
Yeah, well, I mean, some of that people use to their advantage on scamming people too. So you got to watch out for that because there's a lot of people selling drones to other people and saying, "Oh, you want it unlocked? You want my account removed? Well, you got to pay a little bit more for that."
Yeah, I mean
So
that's one thing that's been about. I mean DJI has been that way for a while. If Skip was to sell me or I was to sell Skip a DJI drone, we didn't really know each other. Skip puts the money in my hand. He takes off. We meet somewhere. He don't know me from anybody. He puts cash in my hand, and I can, when I get home, I can be like, uh, DJI, somebody stole my drone, and they'll lock that thing down, just like your iPhone. You steal somebody's iPhone, but what what people are doing that are having their iPhone stolen is they're tracking them, and they end up going back to China and being stripped down and sold for parts. They're selling the screens and everything else because Apple won't open them back up once you've said
I
it's.
actually know.
Yeah.
I actually know a person that strips down iPhones and stuff
Does he
for
sell them?
parts and everything, and sells them.
Does he sell them around here or does he sell them overseas?
He
He,
gets cheap. He gets cheap things from China, strips them down, sells them here.
okay. We won't ask anything more about that. And this is really a friend, right?
I know him.
Oh, okay. It's an acquaintance.
If I ever need a screen replaced, I
All
got
right.
a guy.
You got a guy. You know a guy. That's
I
the
know
way.
a guy who knows a guy.
There you go.
how's it going, Short Stack? Nice to see you in the chat there.
Oh,
Hey,
Short Stacks here. I love that
what's
guy.
up?
Let's
What's
get him in
up,
here.
short sack? I think you tried to hop in there for a second in the
Did
chat,
he now?
and then I think you might have
Oh, Short
realized we
Stack.
were on the live. Imagine if Apple did something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Give, I've not had a
I mean,
chance to set up that printer yet.
let me tell you guys something that will probably rock your world if you've never heard this. You, Brody, you're probably too young, but most of the viewers maybe you're old enough to remember back in the 90s when the government was making the switch from analog TVs to digital televisions. They actually, they always say that nothing is for free. But during that time, Skip might remember this. If you had an old CTR TV, the ones that weighed 150 pounds, and after they made the switch, you could go to Walmart, you could go to Target, you could go to Best Buy, and you could get a box for free. Didn't cost you nothing. Just for free. Get rid of your old CTR TVs, your old analog TVs. And I had a guy, I know a guy, one of these things. I know a guy, very intelligent computer guy. And he told me, he said, do you know the difference between a digital speaker and a digital microphone? And I was like, well, a speaker makes noise and a microphone detects noise. He says, polarity. That's it. You can take in electronics, especially anything hooked Wi-Fi, It's got a digital speaker on it. Your TV that's hanging on the wall in there, even if it's off, they can reverse the polarity on your speakers, and the speaker in your TV becomes a microphone,
Yeah.
and they can hear whatever's being said in the room. And and I remember the cell phone days when every cell phone had had a removable, replaceable battery. You know, the flip phones and stuff like that. Nope.
That's significantly less scary whenever you are around an Alexa Echo Dot 24/7.
Right.
Like we're already like at the shop. Like there's that Echo Dot that's just in our room is just listening to us 24/7.
Yeah, well, your phone is too.
So yeah, yeah.
Have you ever talked about something and seen a Google ad pop up? I mean,
You should.
I've
You
done
should.
that 100.
I will say I don't think our phones listen to us. I think they.
Oh, they
I
do.
think they. You
You're
think so?
very wrong. Yeah,
Well,
I know
look
so.
this. You're in front of your
I don't
computer.
think so.
You're in front of your computer. Look up this video of how many times your cell phone scans your face in the ultraviolet spectrum. Like if you, well, I don't have my phone in front of me, but if this screen was my phone, if you're sitting, you have to be in like security, like security cameras, the UV spectrum. People that are doing it, they're noticing on their cameras that their phones are going whop 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 whop. It's flashing like 5 or 6 times. They'll pick as soon as they pick their phone up, it's flashing. It's actually taking pictures of your face to see if you're looking at the screen or if you're just holding your phone. Because it wants to know what you pay attention to. Like if you're sitting and listening and an ad comes on for 533 and you go, what? Like that, it wants to know. Whoa. Brody he wasn't paying any attention, but when he heard this, watch it. You can pull them up on YouTube right now and you can see in security cameras, Androids and Apple phones just flashing in the dark, taking pictures of the people who's holding them. Like bunch of pictures, like hundreds and hundreds in an hour. So, I mean,
Pretty crazy. But like whenever, like I mean, I've been Echo Dot over here. Like I mean, like I'm just constantly sitting around like a Alexa listening device. So it's like I already know that everything that is leaving my mouth is recorded. So it's like
I mean, almost every app that you agree on wants your microphone, your camera, and your contacts.
mm-hmm.
And it's like, why do I have a game that needs my camera and my microphone?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it was Bob. Oh my, Bob Ant-Man. It's not his real last name. El Madero. He is a firm, like he won't give anything. I remember we were down at Champs, and he wouldn't give the car like privileges to like Apple CarPlay or like to scan his device or anything, because he just didn't like he doesn't trust anything like that to.
There's a person.
Connect his phone.
There's a person that comes on this channel quite, and a member of this channel that still has a flip phone and comments. But it's a bigger like Razor type flip phone, but you can remove the battery from it and all this kind of stuff. He won't have a standard Android or Apple device, either one.
I met a guy today that had I was at the flying field flying my planes earlier today, and a guy was showing me some of the planes he had back at home on his flip phone, and he was like, "Don't laugh at my flip phone. I love it."
Yeah. Yeah, it's I didn't know how we got off on that, but yeah, it's
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole. Well, how we got off on that is how China's collecting our data through
oh yes.
DJI.
Yeah.
Which Altel is also under the same audit as DJI is, and if they don't comply, if they both do not comply before December 23rd, they will not be used in America. So that's going to affect a lot of people, like search and rescue, firefighters.
Yes,
Uh,
because I heard from a law enforcement officer that said that he's heard on the state level
bro, you're not in a classroom. Put your hand down.
that if the laws pass that they're saying is going to pass, not only will DJI not be for sale in this country, but will be illegal to fly in this country.
So what I was literally just about to ask. So if they're turning off the geofencing and all the stupid prohibitors to flying, like they turned it off, what is gonna stop me hitting up someone in China and being like, "Hey, I'll buy some O3 air units off you," and he sends it to me, or he brings it over with him, or I find it on Facebook Marketplace
From what I saw
and
in,
fund it.
if they get that part 43 HR 4333 passed, what's to stop you would be prison. Because they're not talking about, if this thing goes through, they're not talking about just enforcing it with a fine. They're talking about enforcing it with terrorist level.
Flying DJI drones.
Yes, yes,
Is this
correct.
all FPV, or is this up into Mavics and ag drones?
I don't know. I mean, it's that the dust has not settled from that yet. If they get what they
I mean,
want, nothing will fly with a motor, and probably not even a kite.
there
No,
is
no
three.
unmanned aerial vehicle, period, in the airspace without pre-authorization and approval. None.
There is three brand new ag drones that DJI just released, and they will not be coming in the states because Congress will not allow them to.
And if 4333 passes, three threes, no unmanned aerial platform will be allowed to fly
Do you guys
without.
think China is stealing our information
Of course,
through these drones?
I mean, I don't think that's up for debate. I mean, they.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yep.
India probably stealing their information. Russia is stealing their information. We're stealing everybody else's information. It's just a big.
But China is the worst, one of the worst purveyors of it.
I mean,
And
Russia. Have you ever heard of the woodpecker? Russia built a gigantic thing at Chernobyl called the woodpecker, and this thing was to literally to transmit radar around the world, and they almost successfully done it. And you could turn on a radio station or a ham radio and listen to it. So
HDzero,
I
let's throw
mean,
down. Yeah.
so yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
every country that has,
We have
especially
the same
nuclear.
thing. It's called HARP. It's a huge antenna array. So I mean, but yeah, the it's crazy, but like I said last week, I'm afraid the toothpaste is already out of the tube on this thing, and I don't think we're going to get the worst version of 4333, but I think what's coming will make remote ID look like we would have been so glad 5 years ago if they would have told us what we're headed toward within the next 3 to 4 years. We would have been so glad to say, we'll take remote ID, just stop right there. We will do it, we'll take it, stop right there, because the the, the, the stuff that they're talking about. I mean, They even asked the question. I said it last week. Even the little toy quadcopters that you get at Walmart, could they carry something or be used by a bad actor for something nefarious? And they said yes. And they're like, that's why we're proposing no flight, no unmanned. And somebody told me
Even
that
just our regular FPV drones.
well, yes, a tiny whoop in your own yard.
They're taking
If
away
this
us flying
if this
drones.
goes
Total.
outside, if this goes through a tiny whoop, if it's not flown in a FRIA, or you do not have at least a 3-step verification, meaning they know you're licensed and who you are. They know exactly that drone's got to have something on it that tells exactly where it is, what it's doing, and who the owner is. Linked back to you, not just a database at the FAA. They want this that any cop, any first responder, anybody can pull this up, and there's your license. There's your face right there on it. And if you are flying without authorization, they want the penalty to be terrorist level.
Why are they saying like
An offense of national security? That's what they want to register it as a violation of national security, and they'll come down on you like you're a terrorist. That's what they're thinking.
Why are they laying that down
Yeah.
on just our regular FPV drones? What do they have to do with
Well, I
anything with
mean,
information?
look at look at look at the Ukraine. That's regular FPV drones. Bobby Baggs says ridiculous. They don't even have the tech for all this. That's correct. But that's part of 4333. They're asking for, not only do we want Congress, we want you to pass this law and not make it, we're not asking for the FAA to enforce this. We want it to be a matter of homeland security and propagated through all law enforcement in the country, to be a matter of national security, that nothing flies in the airspace. They don't have the technology for it yet, but they're asking for it. I think these people in this company, they're already talking to the cell phone companies. It's like, hey, we want to put a couple antennas. We want to tap into your network, Verizon, and you're going to get a part of this billions of dollars of government money, and we will track the airspace. Yes, there'll be dead zones like there is everywhere, but are you willing to take that risk? Because if you're up flying and they see it, it's the same thing as a manned aircraft. We know this. I mean, if anybody that's had any dealings with manned aviation, if you're flying in a manned aircraft and you start flying into controlled airspace and you don't have a transponder going off and you're not answering the radio, they will scramble fighter jets to come to you and look in to make sure they'll pull up right beside you, because people in jets, I mean, you can die, or you can lose cabin pressure and you just get real sleepy and you drift off. And I mean, that was country music guy. They directed him right into the side of a mountain, but they will scramble F-16s and come right up beside you and it's like, hey, you are entering restricted airspace. If you go to do that in Washington, D.C., you're in a J3 Cub that doesn't have electronics in it. You don't have a transponder. You got to get out there and flip the prop, which is legal to fly. I used to fly one. It doesn't have any of that stuff. Doesn't have a transponder. It's got a number on the side of it. But if you start flying into Washington, D.C., and they pick you up on radar, and they'll be like, we got an aircraft and anybody in this area can see it. some pilot will be like, well, I'm about 2 miles away from it. They'll change your course so that you get close to it. Can you see it? It should be off of your right. Like, yeah, I see it. It's a J3 Cub. You know, looks like a 2-seater, and you know, it doesn't look like there's anybody in it or something. It doesn't look like there's anybody in it. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's been flown remotely or something. And if something like that, man, shoo, the alarm goes off, the jets go up, and if they have to, uh, I've talked to several guys in the National Guard that are National Guard airmen, that their job is to patrol and to keep the airspace in America safe. And they talk about that. That's their worst nightmare, is if they have to respond to an airplane that's not responding, and they know that there's people in it, and then they're given the order, shoot it down. They have to. It's just how it is. And so if you was to ignorantly buy an airplane from Billy Bob Jimbo in Nashville, Tennessee, or outside of Nashville, Tennessee, or Maryville, Tennessee, and you got it, and he showed you on his farm how to fly it, and you hopped in it, filled the thing up full of fuel. I'm gonna fly this thing home to Maine, land, everywhere. Well, you don't know no better. You start heading right over a military base at any point, or over Washington D.C. And if you're not on, they'll start hailing every channel and all of that. And if you don't respond, they will send fighter jets after you. If you make it into the capital airspace, then even if they tell you to land, they will follow you, they will track you, and there will be people waiting for you when you land to talk to you very, very, very unkindly, and probably put you in handcuffs and take you to jail. Ignorance is no excuse when it comes to that. And
Ignorance is bliss.
no, not when it comes to the law and the government. It is not blissful at all.
Well, Phil made a good point. He said maybe we need to shift and let's get on the law enforcement side, and then our races and freestyle is just training. Well, I have mentioned this to Evan,
I'm out.
and I'm like,
We need
didn't we do drone for the SWAT? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, are we not? Are we not able to like have some strings pulled? By having them kind of like on our side, because we've done drones for them and stuff.
our county is having in October. I think it's the same weekend as our race, which sucks. They're having a drone roundup. And I have a video on my channel where police officers do this. It's called a motorcycle rodeo. It's where the motorcycle cops go, and you can get on my channel and watch it. They set up cones, and they're riding through these cones timed. It's just like a race, except for they're not going through gates, but they're going through cones, and it's whoever can do it the fastest. And they're on these police motorcycles, and it's open to the public. People get to come and see it. They get to come meet the cops. The cops are giving them, what do they call those coins? Challenge coins and things like that. And, it's a big thing for the kids. Why don't we do that? Our hobby needs to do that, is because we need to get with the police officers. We need to get with the firefighters and everything, and tell them, for one, you don't have to have DJI. We can build you a drone with iNav that will loiter and will do the stuff that, no, it's not going to be out of the box as easy to fly, but you will be legal, and feels right. We need to grab a hold of this and do something with it before they take it away.
Well, I mean, we have key figures in the hobby that can have a voice in this and that have plenty of a following, but they're not doing it. Uh, and that's a big thing. I mean, we need to push our people or key figures in the hobby that have, you know, government contracts and hobby business together to actually say something. You know,
Mm.
hey, we're keeping the military going and keeping our hobby going. We don't need you to look over our hobby either.
Well,
Uh,
there's something that they talked about in this that we all need to look into. Part of this 4333 is they want a national. They want every state and every state police, every county police, and every local police to have a rapid response drone intervention team. Kind of like SWAT, but they're for drones. And my understanding is it's not for them to deploy it to let's go find, a lost senior citizen. It's, hey, we've got 3 drones in our airspace. We have no idea what they are. We're calling the drone team. You guys put your goggles on, fly up, tell us what it is, and if nothing else, take your 7-inch, take your ProSpec, and run it right into the thing and bring it down. And or other technologies, because right now that's all we can do right now. I mean, that's all police departments can do right now, because still there's no authorization from the FAA for the police departments to put a projectile on their drones to take down another drone. All of these things where you see them shooting nets and everything, if it shoots a projectile, it's illegal. And the only real way to take, well, besides police officers shooting them from on the ground, they can do that if they get authorization. We talked last week that the Secret Service had to take down a Mavic in Capitol Airspace. But again, so are you serious about not going to be able to make the race, Phil? Also, you need to check Facebook. We're trying to have a meeting. I think it's going to be Thursday, probably around 6 or 6:30.
yeah. So, yeah, I think what we're going to see come out soon is better, smaller indoor drones. Uh, he's just commenting about he's just commenting about
Oh, everything happened at the same time. Yeah, yeah,
no, but I think smaller indoor drones are going to get better, and I've got an idea to get them better,
yep,
and I'm working on it really hard.
yep,
And uh, you're fixing to see something happen, and just keep that as a promise. And we're gonna make things a little bit better for indoor racing, and hopefully, I'll have a great time doing it. And that's not gonna hurt. That's not gonna bother us
yep,
as far as
yep,
racing goes, because indoor stuff they can't touch it.
yep. And
You
I
know,
think I think they'll end up giving us FRIAs, but FRIAs will probably be fewer and further between than what we think. And I thought my
but I mean, that's all I can say upon it. Is that I'm working on it, trying my best, going to make something happen. Uh, and
hey
I
guys,
consider myself one of the better builders in America, so I feel like I gotta step up and do something about it myself. I want to take action, And that I mean, that's people should take action. Standing by and just hoping this blows over is not going to work. Uh, and and yeah, somebody's got to do something,
Yeah,
one way or another.
yeah. I'm gonna send you something, Skip, so you can share it. Jim Fan, I've been with this race coming up. I've been talking with uh, with the people at Jim Fan. Jim Fan's going to be sponsoring our race. They're going to be our prop of choice. Of course, I mean, it's the only prop that is approved for UDL, so makes sense. But Luna from Jim Fan is we need to pray for them, thoughts and prayers, and all of that. I just sent you a picture. She is stuck at home in flooding from a typhoon. So let's just pray that she gets out and that everything's fine with all of that. Um, I sent you a picture that she sent of us. We really need to work on CBOs, having the ability to grant waivers for drones without FRIAs. PhatPastor is a CBO. Now it's not registered as one with the FAA yet, but that's something that I'm looking at doing sooner than later. So any anything that comes in through this channel it's ran through a CBO. Yeah, so that's right outside. I guess that's her apartment or something. And so yeah, just say a prayer for our friends over there at Gym Fan guys. They're man, they've had it rough. It's went from being like 120 plus degrees to flooding and all kinds of stuff going on over there. So Luna, we our thoughts are with you, our prayers are with you. Hope that you do make it back to work and everything. Just keep safe. Just keep
And where
safe.
is this at?
I don't. This is in China. Wherever
Okay.
Jim Fan is at. Um, this is Luna. Uh, I'm talking with Luna, Mary, and Jim Fan Mike. Is actual people that I'm talking to. So I don't know if it's who all it's affecting. There, there was some documentation that they needed, and I sent it over, and she sent it back. She said I'm not able to get into the office and look at it. So yeah, we're in good shape. You know, none of this is an emergency right now. So yeah, let me respond to her.
That's going to be in the Yinzhou district in Ningbo, China.
I don't know where there's.
So wherever Ningbo, China is, that's where it's at. They also have a U.S. office in Rowland Heights, California. So
I
they
think
got
I think that's
two.
where. Is that where Jim Van Mike's out of?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I was talking with him, and then he put me in touch with the team, and they only they only come out at night. So here, which is morning there. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, I agree, Phil. We need to really. This is I think so. This is one of the things that I think we've got an opportunity with this regional race coming up. I've already talked with one recruiter, and he's telling me that we should. Yeah, she said they're all hunkered down at home or hiding at home. Yeah, I don't know if I want to tell her we'll be praying because that might get her in trouble in
Right.
China. So
Well, well, thank you guys for joining. We have a GQ coming up this weekend on Sunday in uh, Corrington, Tennessee at House Mountain. The weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, we have a whoop race coming.
on the 16th.
Going to
Yep.
be 16th this on Saturday.
Yep.
That is going to be from 12 to 8 p.m.
Let me ask you a question real quick. I meant to do this earlier. The FMV course, is it out yet?
I have not checked. It's
Can
a
we
good
look and
question.
we can show people what it is and how to find it? Because I'm gonna try to do that Thursday. If everything goes well. I'm gonna try to jump on that. The stream will start at 8. If y'all probably heard my voice slurring a little bit, I just had that oral surgery, so still healing from that. So it is. Bobby says yes, it is, and I'm flying it right now. Well, jump on here in the Discord and share your screen with us, Bobby. You don't have to have a camera. You can share your screen, and we can.
And we'll pull it up here in just a second.
Bagzilla can fly. I joined last time, and they're like, "No, Pastor, only the fast pilots get to be in this room, or whatever, in this heat." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Wasn't last week, the week before last. Last week I was recovering from oral malfacial surgery. So I don't know what malfacial is. It makes it sound like there's something wrong with my face.
Well, I mean, there is something on your face you're having surgery on.
Right, right. I had a tooth the size of Texas that needed to come
If
out.
I had a face that looked like yours, I'd have surgery on it too.
Yeah. If I'd have wanted her to have heard from a butt, I would have farted. So, oh, that was a good one.
How dare you?
How dare you? We got a how dare you from Greta. So do you know what the name of the course is, or?
I'm looking right here. Let's see what it is. We got FMV Lazy Classic. Let's go try it out. I have not flown this track. I'm sharing my stream, and I'm going to be awful for just a second because I've not tried this track out. I think.
So first, show us what you got to do. You got to go in and download it, right? They'll tell you what the name of it is, then you go and
No,
download it.
no, it's actually an official track.
Okay.
So here's what the track looks like.
This is
It looks like
a lazy
oh,
class.
yeah, this is a lazy track. Good grief. That looks pretty cool though.
It does.
All right, let's see what it's like.
Or you going up? Oh. Then another one? Oh no. Through the bottom? Yes, yeah, I'm lost. I like them arrows. Whoever put them arrows there. That's good. Yeah, this is just a lazy classic. It's just a lazy course, Skip. Looks like it'd be fast. I think they need to make the fast pilots fly it with a TinyWhoop. That way I have a chance. So you just search lazy classic, is that what it is?
Just search FMV, and it'll be the newest track.
Oh, okay. It would be awesome shrunk down and made into a UDL track, wouldn't it?
It's to be a lot to remember. Especially this.
Yeah, that's that's a bit much. But this stuff right here, that right there is like classic UDL pro class or pro spec. Is it open class or?
Yeah.
I like all of except for that big X. That's kind of confusing. Yeah, I probably need to practice it before Thursday. Bobby says going fast on this track will bite you. Bobby said it can also show the people's runs in track leaderboard. Lazy E or Lazy Classic. might log on after a little bit. Give it a whirl before I shut the computer down for the night.
This one you gotta stay low. Green, green, blue, 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 purple, purple, red, red.
Green, green, blue, blue, purple, purple, red, red.
Yeah. So here, I'll show you. Go through, take a left, left, left. Then you're going to go to your right, right, right. Keep right, right. Then we're going left, dive gate, dive gate. And then these are going to just reflect each other. Now we're going green, 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 blue, 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 purple, purple, red, red.
All right.
All
Skip
right, see how fast I can do it. Not that way. Oh, I just head on with somebody.
Now, what drone are you flying this with? This
Light switch.
the light switch.
Dial it down a notch. Smooth as fast. Come on now. Oh, done.
All right, brother. Let's be done for the night.
Alrighty.
Hey, Doomsday Rebel. Welcome to the channel. We are not purposefully logging off as soon as you come on. If you guys haven't already, take all your frustration of the day out on that like button. Just smash it, if you will. Smash it up real good. And if you like this kind of content if you would consider subscribing, we'd be grateful. And if you really, really like this content, down in the description is how you can become a member of the channel. And we would like all of you to do that. That helps the channel the most. And you can join us on the Discord. We may be running this track on Thursday night. Everything goes well. I'll be doing it before the race. I don't know if I'll still be running it by the time the stream starts. So Bobby, anytime, man, anytime. We need to get you a webcam so you can come and join us sometime. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday night. We'll be in obviously a different race group, but we'll be in the same chat. So Skip, take care, brother.
All right, brother. Have a good one. Take it easy.
Yep. You too, man. Take care. We'll see you. All right, everybody. Let me fix my camera back so it will be in proper working order for next week. I have to reverse it for YouTube to work. I mean, for Discord to work, right? I want to thank everybody for coming out. Yes, we got to get you one. Even if I need to mail you one, I probably got 2 or 3 extra laying around. We could mail you one. Just get in touch with me. I believe I might have one laying around somewhere I could send you. Now, not one that's going to move and follow you and all that, but yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing. Thank you for being part of the best hobby in the world and the greatest group of people in a hobby that I know of. And remember, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air.